Hello, this video has been a long time coming. It is a practice tutorial for Heinrich Wilhelm Ernst's transcription of Schubert's Der Erlkonig for solo violin. For those of you who are more logical minded, this piece is very easy to practice, or very easy to approach to practice. There's not that much that's really that easy about this piece. For those of you who have trouble with logic, this piece could be a little bit of a nightmare. Without further ado, let's get going to it. Okay, first thing you want to do in approaching this piece is start to break it down in sections into very slow fluid motion practice cycles. Okay, for example, what I mean by fluid motion is that you don't stop either arm as you're going through. Say, for example, there's a middle section where the Erlkonig is talking and a lot of double stop work. What you want to do is make sure you keep the arms in motion. And you see how the elbow is moving on the left hand, same time as the string crossing going on the right hand. You want to keep this motion. As you reach and everything, you want to keep this moving, okay? So once you slowly get that, you have that going through the whole piece. And yeah, there are some parts where you're going to be scratching your head like, oh my goodness, how do I play this? Especially the harmonic section where he splits it into two staves. Okay, all this, just go slowly. You have to find the correct elbow angle for yourself, because everybody's different. So you find the correct elbow angles for yourself for each of those harmonics. And you know, there's one thing that I have to say about this. A lot of violin teachers I've seen, whether it's harmonics or double harmonics, they teach this in a way that, yeah, it's basically correct, but it can lead some overly zealous students into a negative direction, which is, yes, you have to have good bow contact for a harmonic. It should be closer to the bridge. But one thing is, I see them talking about catching and then a fast bow speed for a harmonic. With an overly zealous student, that can lead to a lot of problems and a lot of frustration for a harmonic. One thing that works well for my students is, yes, closer to the bridge, but just a nice fluid bow motion with good relaxed knuckles, springs in the major knuckles. Yeah, for bowing fluidity, I have a tutorial on that on my channel. For catching the strings, try looking at my tutorials on Kreutzer 7, Kreutzer 6, Kreutzer 4. It's got some stuff on them for that. Okay, so for the harmonics, just catch the string and a nice fluid bow. Yeah, and just pull. Don't yank or anything like this. The teachers mean well, and for most students that works well. But like I said, for some overly zealous students, they run into problems from this. So just something to look out for if you are an overly zealous violinist. Okay, now once you have this thing slowly down, you have all your movements fluid. You've written down your solutions like, okay, at this point I have to have this elbow position so I can reach this comfortably. Great. Now, easy part comes. Getting this piece fast and everything. So all you have to do is rhythmic practice with it. Okay, for example, let's say the part I was just talking about. Okay, so just rhythms. The dotted eighth note, 16th, eighth note. Okay, now important note on this one is try not to stop. When you're doing this, don't stop your motion. It causes a lot of problems when you start trying to go faster later. Okay, so keep it fluid. Okay, next one will be 16th, A16th. Okay, next one will be 2/16 and 8. Okay, then 1/8 and 2/16. Okay, then triplet, and then 3 quarter notes. Sorry. Okay, and so on and so forth. And then you switch it. 3 quarter notes and then a triplet. Okay, and you go through until you're satisfied with it. Okay, then after that, here's the important part. 4 notes forward and back. It's in triplets, so you want to make that connection, the transition from one group to another. Okay, so 4 notes forward and back. Start slow. Don't have to panic. Don't have to push yourself. Just and exaggerate your musical idea on this. So, for example, this part. Yeah, you want to exaggerate that. I want to exaggerate that motion. So I'll make sure. I'll make sure to bring that melody out there. Okay, so when I start doing the forward and backwards. I'll make sure I exaggerate this idea. Okay, once you have that, start pasting it together all the way through the piece. You got it. Erlkonig. Cheers.